Hey everyone, Jordan here with 9 to 5 Toys. And in competitive gaming, or just gaming in general, if you want to up your game, one way to do that is to make sure that your audio is as good as it can be. Now, Logitech headsets, especially the Pro and Pro X, have had a lot of great press as a really good headset used by a lot of professional gamers. But there is a new application that pairs with Logitech and their headsets to create an even better way to hear your opponents and hear reloads and footsteps and different things going on by taking a picture of your ear and uploading it into the cloud to this company. And then they build a specific profile for your ear based on the picture that's uploaded. If that sounds kind of weird, yeah, it does sound kind of weird, but in my experience, it works really well. So let's check it out. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So the program that we're talking about here is called Immerse by Embody, and they've partnered with Logitech to make a gaming program, this Immerse, that uses a picture of your ear and other different EQ tweaks to enhance gaming audio. Now, first up, it is a subscription-based service. So luckily, they have a 14-day free trial if you just want to try it out, which I highly recommend if you have a Windows 10 PC and a Logitech gaming headset. And it could even be the cheapest Logitech gaming headset, which is the G332, which comes in at $60. So obviously the Pro X is more expensive than that at $130, but with even one of the cheaper ones, you can get into Logitech and get this Immerse software by Embody. After the trial, plans start at $299 per month or $15 for a year or $40 for a 5-year plan, and any of these can be canceled at any time. So $3 a month really isn't that bad if you spend a lot of time doing competitive gaming and want the best audio that you can get. Like we said, currently this just works with Logitech headsets, but they do have another program for pro audio that works with Audeze, so it's possible that maybe in the future we'll see some other hardware packages working with this as well. So Immerse just came out, I think the end of March, beginning of March, so very recently, so it still is a pretty new program. So once you actually download the software, one of the first steps is going to be to take a picture of your ear and link it to your account. So the way you do that is, you can actually see in the app here, if you go to settings, you can go to user profile, and there's Retake Ear Picture. So if you click on that, it'll give you a QR code to scan. And so this is the same way that it does it when you're setting everything up. You scan it, it'll open a web browser. On your phone, you can take a picture, which it took me a long time to actually get, the right angle, just because I'm a photographer and I wanted to make sure that I had a really good angle of my ear for the best audio. And then you will submit that. And it's an AI process that, takes a look at your ear profile and all that. So all the calculations are done very quickly, and then your profile is set up pretty quickly. And like we mentioned, I'm using this with the Logitech Pro X headset. It works with a lot of other Logitech headsets. This review isn't going to be about the Pro X. It's an awesome professional gaming headset with a bunch of different connection options. Obviously it's wired, but in a professional setting that might be something that you're more interested in. Alright, so now let's hop over and actually look at the rest of the application within Immerse. So at the top here, obviously we can see your connected account. I've got my email here. It's really large. It says Immerse powered by Embody for Logitech G. Over here we have the different settings, which we showed a little bit earlier. You can have shortcuts to make different changes to the audio, launch on startup if you want, go to user profile, you can go to your sound, and you can go to updates to see if there are any updates. So we're going to go back to the main screen here. And one thing to keep in mind when you're using Immerse, you do need to make sure that the right playback device is selected. From my experience, there actually has the two different playback devices. In my Windows options, I have the headset itself, but then I also have Line 1 Immerse for Logitech G. So if you want to hear the actual Immerse changes, make sure you have that Line 1 Immerse for Logitech G selected. Otherwise, if you have Immerse enabled but just have the speakers Logitech Pro X gaming headset, you won't hear any of those changes, so you do need to make sure that the Immerse is selected. Okay, so I'm going to put the headset back on so we can kind of talk through some of these changes that this is making while we kind of play with it a little bit. Obviously, the main control within Immerse is to enable personalized spatial audio, which is just a toggle up here, and that also opens up a bunch of different changes that you can make. So the main one down here, we have volume, and then the other one down here is presence, which has settings from 1 all the way up to 7. And as you can see over here on the right, that's making some changes to where that sound virtually, where it seems positioned. And there's a test down here that you can select to actually, trial some of those different changes. And then it automatically enables this close combat selection when you get it all the way down to 1. So usually with other, virtual surround sound or 7.1 systems, I usually don't enable them. I usually just use the normal stereo system because I think it sounds very unnatural. But with Immerse, I found this to actually be very helpful in assisting me in picking out, various sounds in games. So footsteps or reloads or enemy communications, depending on which game you're playing. And with a lot of that, you can hear the differences when you're using the slider, especially when if audio is playing and you're dragging that present slider up and down, it really does feel like it kind of pulls everything in a little bit closer. So let's talk a little bit how that actually affects gameplay. One game that I've been playing a lot to test this has been Escape from Tarkov, which if you've played Tarkov, you know that they have those in-game headsets that you can put on, which kind of enhances all of the sound around. It kind of compresses everything, which makes it easier to hear footsteps and bushes rustling and things like that. And what I've found is that the Immerse software just takes that and amplifies that even more. So if you are wearing a headset in game, it can almost be too much, and sometimes I turn it off. But if you're doing a scav run or wearing a helmet that doesn't allow you to wear one of those headsets in game, then having this on makes it a lot easier to pick up enemy footsteps and reloads and voices and all the little things that Tarkov has built into it. And another game that I tried with the headset and Immerse was Call of Duty Warzone, which if you've played that, is kind of on the opposite spectrum where footsteps are pretty hard to hear. So I thought that turning this on, that might help me pick up enemy footsteps a little bit more and hear a little bit more. And it did help a little bit, but it really didn't make that big of a difference. There's just so much going on in Warzone that it was, still pretty hard to pick up footsteps. I don't really think it made that much of a difference. And it also changes the EQ a little bit, which makes it sound a little bit unnatural. So for playing games like Warzone, I actually set it to in the middle, close to 4, which is a nice kind of balance between the close combat setting, where it makes everything kind of compressed and close up, and a more natural sound. So overall, I've been really impressed with Immerse and the Logitech Pro X headset. Obviously, if you already have a Logitech headset and a Windows 10 PC, then just download the 14-day trial and give it a try and see if it's something that really improves your gameplay. I found it really beneficial for playing Escape from Tarkov. Really feel like I could pick up a lot of sounds. Like I said, sometimes it's a little bit too much and I have to turn it off. But overall, I've been really impressed by the changes that Immerse by Embody makes to your headset. So what do you think of Immerse for Logitech headsets? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.